Packers, Dolphins, huge implications, obviously, NFC and AFC. Packers, now it's not a flickering hope. Now it's real. They've won 3 in a row. They said a couple weeks ago, Aaron Rodgers said, look, if we win 5 in a row, we have a shot to get in. 1 done, 2 done, 3 done. They've got 2 to go, and, of course, it ends with the Detroit Lions. But I'm not worried about them so much. My concern right now, especially for those of you down in 40-degree Miami, it's cold. Yeah, it's 5 below here. But it was the coldest Christmas in like 50 years down there. Tua's not the guy.
Really?
Let's just own that right now.
Own it? He's not the guy.
He is not the guy.
You've seen
and
enough
I've been saying it for week 1.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's tough to say. He's played pretty well this season, man.
By the way, I thought he was the MVP for a while.
So now he's not the guy?
So how can he go from
span
being
of
the
13
MVP?
weeks.
Well, maybe I view the world a little differently than most people.
Yes, clearly.
Let's show some interceptions or something from yesterday.
Do something.
No, it's look, he had a game yesterday. I think that's the Jair Alexander interception right there, where, they're not even close. Like, it's one thing, like, you look at the Gardner Minshew interceptions against Philly. I can make the argument those are 50-50 balls, and maybe the wide receiver's got to make a better play on it. I'm not putting that on the quarterback, right?
Yeah, the first interception and the last interception, really, it's the first interception. I could see how that ball got away from him a little bit. It's the next 2, the Devondre Campbell one and the one here to end it, that are really the ones that are like a little what's going on with him. Because the one to Devondre Campbell, you have Raheem Mostert running up the seam. He doesn't even look like he's ready to receive the pass at all. He's not even looking. So he throws that blindly. That last one, that is a really simple concept. That's like a 2-minute concept that every team runs. It's a simple 5-yard under with a corner behind it. You read that flat defender, whoever that is. In this situation, it was the corner. And he just kind of throws it up. And it's really just like a bad throw technically. And it's a bad decision on top of it. And that's
what
I'm
trying to figure out on this last one right here, the one you're breaking down for us.
Yeah, we're reading the corner here.
Right,
all the way.
Even if that defender's not there, that ball's going to be 5 yards short.
Throw the under. You have Tyreek Hill there wide open. He is going to outrun that linebacker. Right? Yep, right across there. He is going to hit it, and he's going to take off up the middle of the field for a gain of 12.
So, listen, the Dolphins' playoff hopes are in jeopardy now.
Yeah.
Again, so are the Jets or, the AFC East, the New England Patriots. But, the Miami does play the Jets at the end. So as much as the Jets are at least back in the conversation, obviously Miami's not out of the conversation. But I would think this has to be concerning for Dolphin fans because this is a team that had, their eyes on the division title. A month and a half ago. And it's going in the wrong direction. And I think a lot of that has to do with Tua's play. And I've said there are moments this year where he looked like the MVP. And then moments like yesterday where I'm saying to myself, that's exactly who I thought that guy was.
You are who we thought you were.
But come on. Yeah, I think the big takeaway from this is that, one, you see how difficult it is to sustain such success like that throughout the entire season, especially for a young quarterback in his first year in this new system, right? And that's also to the head coach. Him being in this new environment, I think he's getting a little bit away from, what it really takes to be a playoff contender. They need to be more physical. They need to run the ball more. Raheem Mostert played extremely well yesterday, but didn't get enough carries really to build off of that and to wear a defense out, which makes Tua in this play-action passing game even more effective as the game continues to go on.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan of Mike McDaniel. How could you not be? But
he's a great dude.
It's cute until you start losing.
No doubt.
And then people will find a reason to attack, right?
For sure. He's an enigma, and he's interesting that way. But you're absolutely right. That enigma character, once they start to go, the wrong direction there, we'll see how that plays out. It could be very awkward for him to do some interviews that way.
I think it's going to be, because he's this really quirky, unique guy that I think is great. I'm sure he's one of the most likable guys on the sideline. But when you're, 7-3, it's awesome.
Yeah.
When, you lose 5 games in a row or 4 to 5, suddenly the quirky guy gets his ass beat.
Yeah, but it was a Jekyll and Hyde game for Tua. The first half, he played extremely well. A lot of explosive plays down the field. You see, again, just how well they can move the ball and how many game plan specific plays they can get, Tyreek Hill wide open.
Right.
The issue is as the game continues to go on, you need to just slow down the tempo of the game and control the game. and that's where their offensive line and their running game just has to be more predominant going forward.
And look, to be fair, the Green Bay Packers didn't run away with it.
No.
For all the mistakes Tua made, Green Bay, in turn, they turned the ball over a lot too.
Yeah.
So they kept Miami in it. All right, so that's Green Bay, Miami. In a little bit, we're going to show you how that impacted the playoff run. But let's go back to Saturday. Boy, the Cincinnati Bengals looked like they did in the second half against Tampa.
Yeah.
During the first half of this game, and I'm sitting there going, son of a gun, I'm going to have to deal with Bengal fans all freaking weekend now.
Yes,
They're going to ruin my Christmas. But then the Cincinnati Bengals showed a little chink in the armor, perhaps, in allowing New England to come all the way back on a Hail Mary, which looked like, I got to ask you, Matt, that almost looked like it was designed, where the one guy on the Patriots in the end zone right here, watch, goes up and kind of throws it back to a teammate. Right?
I mean, he does it so
looks like
cleanly.
Right? Yeah.
I don't, you that's one of the, you can practice that all you want. You can talk about it in the film room. You can walk through it. The fact that it was actually executed is just ridiculous.
Do you think he's doing that on purpose?
Maybe.
It looks like he is.
That's
It looks
what I
like he
thought.
is.
It looks like
it
somebody-
looks that smoothly done by him.
Looks like somebody worked on their laterals this last weekend.
There you go. Yeah. And I guess Mac Jones worked on his deep ball.
Yes, he did.
Because he didn't want to hear anybody say, I can't throw the ball 50 yards. So that, listen, that makes the score 22-18.
Yeah.
There were like 5 missed extra points in this game. It was an ugly game for kicking. And then here's New England with a chance to win the game. And Stevenson fumbles right on the 5. Yuck. But at the same time, great for the Jets, great for the Dolphins, great for the Chargers, great for everybody else trying to get in.
Right.
New England just brought everybody back up to the pack.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate for New England because they are a extremely tough physical football team. I know offensively they've really just haven't quite clicked the way they want to with the Mac Jones situation, but really impressive win by the Bengals to hold on to that. And you see the Bengals, they got multiple ways to win games, which you like. It's like they make plays special teams, defensively, offensively. We know Joe Burrow is just an assassin. And despite the fact that he had his lows in the second half, you could see that they make enough plays on every phase of the game to win games.
Look, they're the third best team in the AFC. I know Cincinnati.
I don't know. I
hates
think
when
they're
say
the second best team in the AFC.
It's Kansas City, Buffalo, and Cincinnati.
It's
How do you
Kansas
order?
City, it's Bengals, Cincinnati, whatever their city is, and then Buffalo.
I'm not. It's only Monday. No reason to argue with you.
No doubt.
You're wrong. But listen, by winning that game, to be fair, they stay alive. They could get the number 1 seed still. They're not going to, of course, but they're in the conversation. And I'll say this: it's those 3, and then everybody else, unless you think Baltimore with Lamar Jackson can make a run. Is that fair to say? Will you give me that?
I agree with that.
All right.
What in the hunt right there? I mean, what you really want to see your Jets in the playoffs?
No, see, we only do that because those cities have people that live there. And we're just hoping they got a TV set.
Yeah.
And they can go, oh, what's this?
Of course.
I think I root for that team. Yeah. Are they talking about my team? We're not.
You can take the Raiders off.
Yeah, that's the only reason. That's why we do that, by the way.
Oh, the Raiders, man.
There's no other reason for that graphic to be up there. Hey there. Thank you so much for watching The Carton Show. You can subscribe right here to get all the latest bits and segments from the show. And by the way, while you're at it, we have a lot of great shows on FS1, so check them out too.